I knew my engagement was over the moment my fiancé Mark laughed at my little side hustle in front of his investment banker friends. We were at his firm's holiday gala. I was wearing a dress I made myself, a structured silk gown that took me 3 weeks to hand-stitch. Mark had introduced me as his aspiring artist girlfriend, emphasizing aspiring like it was a disease. His boss, a man named Sterling, asked me what I did before I could answer. Mark cut in. "She sews," he smirked. "Like Etsy stuff, it's cute." The table erupted in polite, condescending laughter. Mark squeezed my hand under the table, whispering, "Don't be sensitive, babe. I'm just managing expectations." I didn't pull my hand away. I didn't cause a scene. I just smiled, excused myself, and walked out of the ballroom. I didn't go to the bathroom. I went to the coat check, grabbed my things, and texted my assistant one word: execute. You see, Mark didn't know that my Etsy stuff was actually a private label that supplied the bespoke uniforms for 5 luxury hotel chains, including the one we were standing in. He didn't know that the cute sewing hobby was a contract manufacturing empire I had built under a pseudonym to avoid his jealousy. And most importantly, he didn't know that his firm, the one he worshipped, had just hired my company to redesign their corporate branding and office aesthetics for their global rebrand. The next morning, Mark called me, panicking. "The partners are in a frenzy," he shouted. "The new design consultant is threatening to pull the contract if I'm on the project lead team. Do you know anything about this?" "I do," I said, sipping my coffee in my new apartment. "Who is she?" he demanded. "What does she want?" "She wants you to pack your bags," I replied calmly, "because the aspiring artist you laughed at is the client. And she doesn't like your aesthetic." I hung up. 2 hours later, I walked into his office boardroom, not as his girlfriend, but as the CEO of the consulting firm holding his career in my hands. The look on his face when I sat at the head of the table wasn't just shock. It was the realization that he had been sleeping next to the boss he was trying to impress. I didn't fire him. That would be too easy. I kept him on the team. I made him take notes. I made him fetch coffee for the creatives he used to mock, and every time he handed me a latte, I made sure he saw the diamond ring I bought for myself on my right hand. Sometimes the best revenge isn't leaving. It is becoming the one person they can't afford to lose and making them watch you succeed from the sidelines. If you have ever been the smartest person in a room full of people who overlooked you, I want to hear your story. Like, subscribe and tell me who is sorry now.